let's talk about Nolan Wells. And like my thing is, it's so sad. It's a tragedy. I just want to start off with saying it's a tragedy. I cannot imagine the hurt, the pain, that the family might be dealing with right now, and just trying to figure out what really happened. I mean, it just seems like there's so many different stories, and the friends are not talking now. I mean, one friend has a lawyer or judge as a mother, another friend has a lawyer as a mother. But we're gonna get into like just what has transpired, and just talk about this because it's heartbreaking. It's just heartbreaking. I mean, I don't even know where to start, kind of thing. But as you can see, this is the picture with him and his friends on July 4th. One thing I will say, is that we as Americans or believers is we need to be careful with just jumping to conclusions. I feel like it's so easy to go into the conclusion of this was a KKK initiation, or they planned this because of Calf and what happened to him. So they're going to do this because he's a football player. All these speculations, and no one has actual truth. And so we have to be careful with just wanting to believe a lie, wanting to believe this mystical thing in our brain of, oh, this is why they did it, or this is what happened, when we have no idea. Only God really knows, and likely his friends, which, that's the thing. It does look suspicious that no one's talking. They lawyered up, all of this stuff happened so fast. And I also do believe that they were getting death threats. The judge, if you go to the judge's Facebook, she's getting a bunch of death threats about what happened, trying to blame her and her son, um, on this death. And I honestly haven't come to any conclusions 100%. I'm just waiting, and I think that's the best thing to do, is to wait to see like what is really going to come. But I will say this, and this is something I just noticed when there is color and race involved, is that we as Americans are so divided. Like it's funny because in real life we're not divided, but in social media and the news and all of this stuff, it's like they tell us to be divided. Just because you're white, just because you're black, you need to be safe. You're around all these white guys, or he died because all these white guys, likely they're the ones who set him up and killed him, and all this stuff, where we don't even know. They haven't been able to even share what they think to be the case, because people have been so evil, so wicked. People have been literally threatening them, and like I said, threatening their parents or whatever you what have you, without even knowing the full facts. And that is a very dangerous situation to be in. And actually, I wanted to read. I'm gonna pull it up. Let me stop sharing my screen. Thank you, Lord. Look at God is, because I was like, Lord, what scriptures am I gonna be reading when we talk? But